Hey everyone, it's a four gun guy, and this is a surprising video. So I released or will release a video on three different tiers of Zeiss scopes. It was two S3s against the S5 that I bought. And I had my buddy Lee, along with my friend Travis, who had to leave. And at the end of that, I said, you know what I'd like to do? Let's compare this to another scope. Let's compare these three to another scope that I have. And it is the DNT optics. It is the one they sent me. They didn't give it to me, so they've sent it to me to do a review on. I've got that review. It may already have been released. Maybe it hasn't. But I took it out. I set it here. Lee and I looked through it. And I'm not even gonna, we're not even gonna get down and look through them or anything. I'm gonna put what we were looking at up on the screen here somewhere. And let's just talk about what we saw initially. So initially, we were looking at that big plate.
That's right, yep.
And your first observation was the DNT looked a little washed out compared to these.
Yeah, but in any comparison is so subtle from one to the other. But yes, I mean, as a generality, to go from the DNT into either of any of the Zeisses, the image looked a little bit washed out. The brown wasn't quite as brown; it was a little more tan, things like that. But in terms of sharpness, it was pretty impressive.
I got down and looked at them, and I told Lee, I said, now what I want to do is, and I'll try to put this up here. There is a white diamond at the 230-ish position off that big plate.
Yep.
I said, let's look at the white diamond, and I want to look at the dark area behind the diamond, right? Because it's like a little cave of bushes in there. What shocked me was that, and I think it's because the sun had come out, but the washness that you mentioned had gone away for me, because I noticed it too before, had gone away for me. But the detail in that dark area through the DNT, and again, guys, I am not just saying this. DNT did not give me the scope. That they won't give me a scope most likely, so I don't have any skin in the game. I bought the Zeiss with my own money. That $2,600 S5 I bought, and so I just saw that difference and I was like, unbelievable. And then you came back and said,
yeah, very, in terms of that contrast in the darkness, I think the Zeisses edge it out ever so slightly, but it is so close. I'd say the super impressive DNT, and I own a S3. You know what I mean? And I like it just fine, but that DNT is next level. Incredible.
So the reason that this kind of I got excited about this and to even do this video was because I told Lee, I said, do you realize the differences in prices here? That DNT is $600. This S3, that was like 24.
I think it was 23,
26,
and then 4.
And on Euro or on Optics Planet, that S5 was $4,000. Now I paid 26 because of my PRS discount and stuff like that on Euro Optic. But do you guys understand what we're saying? We're saying that a scope that is a fourth of these two scopes and a sixth of the S5 was hanging with them in this test. I just wanted to show you and talk to you guys what Lee and I were talking about.
Just looking at it just from a what does the image look like and what does the field of view look like? That was one thing we didn't touch on. Like field of view of that that one is every bit as good as the S5.
Yeah.
I think it was better than the 4 to 25
S3. Yeah.
I don't know why you would buy anything more than that. To be honest, I don't know. I'd be curious to know what it's like in wet weather. I'd be curious to know what it's like in cold weather where you have fogging issues and that sort of stuff. I'd be interested to know it, but like for fair weather shooting like we do, man, hard to beat.
Oh, I think, and I think I say this in my DNT video that if you're looking at that for rimfire or center fire, PRS style shooting, I know a few guys that are running that, and they're very happy with it. So I would see that in competition.
Yeah, Keith loves them. He uses them,
Yeah, Keith, yeah, and he's a very good shooter. He's one of our top shooters.
Yep.
But I would love to take one of those and one of these if I had the money to throw away and just throw them out here on the road a couple times and see how they track and all. But we don't do that, and we talked about that earlier too. I'm kind of tired of the whole it's a tank and it can stand up to. Yeah, if I want to pick this rifle up and throw it against the ground, I don't know of any optic that's going to stand up against that. If I knock the rifle over, is it going to stand up to it? I will tell you, I had to send a Gen 3 in because that exactly happened. It was at a match.
Yep.
We were at a match. It knocked over. I had to send it in. So a little knock over. It wasn't I slammed it or anything. It just fell over. Now, guys are going to say, well, that's a vortex. They're a piece of junk. No, they're good scopes. But I'm just saying I think that can happen with any of these scopes.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm not, if we're competing or whatnot, I'm protecting this more than I'm protecting my arms.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I don't, like, if it lands on the stock, if it lands on my barrel, blah, 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 but I'm doing everything I can to protect
right.
that scope at any cost, right?
So, well, good. Hey, man, I appreciate the time today, really do, and this little experiment. And Lee's in the experiment with the Zeiss scopes too. And again, guys, I'm not trying to sell you anything here or push anything. I'm just saying we were both shocked at the quality of a $600 scope as opposed to $24,000 and $104,000 scopes today. We were just shocked. Yep. So I think a lot of things are going to start doing this. The quote lower ends are going to come up, and I think these upper ends better start doing something with pricing, or else they're going to just price themselves out of a market.
But the thing is, if I wanted something like utilitarian, something that's absolutely that's gonna work, and brand be damned, it's a DNT.
Yeah. Yep. All right, well, guys, thanks for watching again. I'm not going to do any final thoughts. This is just something we threw together, and we were both shocked with the results. So thanks for watching, and until next time, shoot straight.
Thank you.